Hi, welcome back to another daily. I don't know if this is going to be pointing at me. Oh, actually, that looks okay. Yeah. Turns out the gain on this mic got tweaked, so whenever I was getting loud, it sounded worse than it should have. This should sound fine now. I don't know. A couple people telling me that my mic is quiet, but there's not much I can do with what I'm working with. On that note, this should be better. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna get into vacation talk right now. So timestamps are gonna be there for you if you don't care at all. But yeah, today Daniel and I went to SeaWorld Orlando. We've been at the Universal parks for most of our trip so far, and today we went on a couple of coasters, and I preloaded a bunch of videos so you guys can actually see what we did. So first and foremost, out the gate is the Manta flying coaster, where you're essentially literally sideways like this, and then you are basically flying. It's a very, very surreal thing. I'll just skip to the exciting parts here, and yeah, that slow climb freaked me out every time. Then you drop, and this is literally what you see. You don't have any coaster underneath you. It's just a seat, and it really is surreal to go on all of these loops. I'll link all these coaster videos down below if you guys want to see the full thing. I'm obviously not going to show the entirety of every coaster in here because there's more to it, but I got some of these unmuted. So Mako here goes up about 200 feet and then drops. We went on this 5 times because there was no line. We got there right as the park opened and went all the way through the maze of lines, and then, or like where people would be in line, and then just walked onto the coaster. So we did that 3 times. We really did go through 1, 2, 3 times, and it was awesome every time. Then we wanted to go on the icebreaker, but yep, I'm recording. Let me just, I am in the middle of a video. Oh, Daniel brought me food. Get you a man who brings you food. I'm showing the icebreaker that we did not get to go on because the line was too long and the lockers were taken, so we couldn't put the backpack anywhere. So we are gonna be doing that on another day. But after the Mako, I think we actually went straight to the Kraken, didn't we? Then we rode it again later. This one we went on a couple of times. Like I said, it was very, very fun. Long climb up to the top where they do this cute little turn, and then you go essentially straight into a side loop, and it is very, very fun. The shakiness of this camera is real. This is what it was like. Maybe not in this maybe not in this part, but it is a shaky ride. Is this a little different than the one we went on?
Yeah, I think the layout's changed.
This part was the same.
Oh, it's the same. Pretty sure.
Oh, they improved it further. Well, regardless, this was from 2019. This is very close to, I mean, this part is exactly what we did. And then it's over. It's a really quick, really powerful ride. Then we switched to Orlando. I'm gonna mute this because it has Jurassic Park music. This was we went to Orlando Islands of Adventure. The Uber guy was quite chatty and thought it was hilarious that we were going from SeaWorld all the way to Universal. We were park hopping because we saw all the coasters that were available. The water ride, what was it called? The one that was closed. Journey to Atlantis. That was closed down, so we weren't able to go on that one. That's fine. I don't like getting wet, but yeah. Then we went on Velocicoaster, and this was interesting because this was a 1-hour wait where we honestly did Pokemon PvP for the whole time, and it was honestly so many. It was, you know, Friday evening. There were so many long lines in the park that we rode it twice. We went through that hour long, and I'm backing it up because in this tunnel right here, the next one. This is where I've always thought, oh, it's gonna slow down or whatever, but then it speeds up and it's insane. However, on our second run, it actually stopped us because something happened and then rolled us back slowly, and then yeah, I'll join you guys for food. Yeah. The hot food is here now, so I'm gonna go eat that after the video. But yeah, this was really exciting. Went on this twice. I have never waited in line over an hour twice in a row, but Friday evening, I mean, it was gonna be about a 40-minute wait anywhere we went, so we just rode this one more time and then came back here to record a almost on-time daily video. So yeah, I will link all these down below if you guys want to check out the coasters we went on. We ran Mako 3 times, Kraken twice. We did the Manta on the way in and on the way out. Then couldn't do Icebreaker. Then after that, we went to do the Velocicoaster, which was honestly really fun. That was very Jurassic Park, Jurassic World themed, and it was a fun day. A lot of walking in between, a lot of seeing things, and it made for a very, very, I'm glad I put sunscreen on kind of day. As for BR, this is an overview of the shop. It was essentially the same as yesterday. Like, I think even down to Grit being available. This might be an old shop. I did preload these videos because, you know, hotel internet. I don't think Grit's available, but yeah, if you check it in game, it's essentially the same. And I can actually show you guys real quick because I wanna prove that I'm not insane. The Save the World menu here. Okay, I turn on monitor capture and then turn it off, and now we're 30 FPS. I don't know why. It's not the laptop. Laptop's running great. Everything is fine. It was like this before I was recording. Even in BR, this is like, you can see smooth animations. If I even do a dance, like, that's a little choppy, but it's still like, I don't know. I know I'm on a laptop and I'm on battery, but every other daily video, it was like 60 to 120, you know, 60 or 120 FPS in the menu. So I don't know why it's laggy, but I'd rather just put up with it and record it than do troubleshooting for a while. So if we can get into the overview for all of the Save the World alerts, we got 70 V-Boinks available, both in candy if you're interested. I don't think we have any interesting survivors. Yeah, one legendary in the 140 zone. And then we'll get into all of this as we go along. The Thrasher I did miss. I did miss, actually. So we'll get into all that. Let me move this to a part of the... Again, if you guys haven't been here for the recent daily videos, I'm working on a TV side monitor, and it's not at an angle that is easy to use. So yeah. All right, let's go to the llama shop here. Daily llamas. These were free. Oh, there were 2 sets of free llamas. If I was here on time, I would have been able to tell you guys about the free llamas that were here for an hour. It looks like these are going to be here for 24 hours because I'm late and I got a trap durability, so I'm happy to see that. If you guys like any of the llamas, feel free to use code Mista to check out. You know, creators get 5%. Happy to get you guys' support. If you don't want, oh, there are Deco llamas here as well and available today. We're fighting for my tongue. Art Deco llamas. Every time they come around, I have the same talk. The weapons are awesome. They are super good, but researchable without V-Bucks. So you do not need to buy these. If you see a legendary Sodbuster, Floor Flusher, you know, Killjoy's good. Most of these weapons are usable. The Big Shot is fantastic. Go for it if it's a legendary copy, but you don't even need vouchers. I don't recommend buying these. The heroes are actually quite good as well. Noir, I think, is lefty and righty. Very, very nice to have that, extending the duration, and Gumshoe gives you that 30% damage to Teddy and Shock Tower always. You do not need a fragment, as I hear. So she's insanely good, but I wouldn't buy these llamas hoping to get them. That is gambling, by the way. If you're spending V-Boinks on shit llamas hoping for better ones underneath it, that is gambling. So careful. If you're just using X-ray tickets, it's whatever. That's what they're for. But yeah. I would advise to spend them wisely. All right, let's go to adventures. The guy who joined me did not join back, even though I told him I was restarting. He might have missed the message, so I can't show you this mission. But I did have, if I can find it, the 46 4-player noted down. Seemed interesting. I don't remember what was there exactly. 4x reperk in the 94 4-player, and then in the 108 zone, we got 4x reperk, 4x lightning in a bottle, and that Thrasher I mentioned. Insanely good SMG, very, very high damage. Affliction is a great thing to have on that as well. 4x lightning, Eye of the Storm in the 124 4-player, and then the 140s seem interesting, but I can't see them, obviously, so yeah. And Banshee, super, super strong Warcry buff, definitely grab her, so you can use that in the future. In Twine, I think we're gonna go all the way to the 108 zone. The alerts are just terrible today. 108, 4x perk up. 116, 4x, what? I thought the 4, oh, no. It was the 124 that had 4x perk up, and then the 132 had 4x perk up. I'm not a fan of the Thunderbolt, but I know some of you are, so it's available if you want to go grab it. I think it's trash, but some people seem to value impact and knockback when they probably shouldn't. I'd rather just kill them dead. That's the way I play. In the 160s, we got double 5x Eye of the Storm, and everything else in the high zones are XP. So might be a skip day for some of you. I would not blame you. Both of the V-Bucks are in candy, as I showed earlier, so we're going to skip that. But 4x rare perk up, which is nice to get the blue stuff in the 52 4-player. And the 70 zone has 2 purple survivors if you're interested. And then in Plankerton, real quick, we got the 34 4-player 4x reperk. Oh my goodness. I keep I was gonna say I keep doing these long dailies on vacation, but yeah. The vacation recap is as much for you guys as it is for me, by the way, because in my brain, a lot is happening very fast, and it's a lot to soak in. So I'm gonna try to maybe do a review of our days a little more, because that way I can look back at these series of videos. And yeah, I'm really glad I bought the laptop. Seriously, with Ben's visiting, I mean, I took a couple pictures with him, me, and Daniel just to preserve the moment, but it didn't occur to me until after the video that, like, having him hanging out in the background with Daniel in the same room, like, on video, just kind of, I don't know, gives us something to have. Like, yo, that happened. So it's cool. You know, if you guys ever go on vacations, take pictures. It's cheesy as hell, I know, but, like, come on. Anyway, you gotta remember the moment. During the murder mystery game, who looks for updates in there on their BlackBerry? It would have to be Dwight, right? Like, he's the only one who would bother. It was Oscar. Oh my god. He was my second guess, but I committed to Dwight. Kevin writes down Wendy's information, then as someone Michael might date, what does it end up being? Comment down below. Comment down below. All right, let's do some of these. I am so annoyed at this 30 FPS. I am so annoyed. I don't know why. It might be like the TV on the side that might be part of it, but I haven't had this problem before, and as I said earlier, I just wanted to get the video done. So yeah, I probably should have plugged this in the beginning, but the cotton candy flavor is back on Advanced GG's website, so, you know, link to that down below if you want to go and have some of that. Also, I was am technically sponsored by Artesian Builds, but okay, I thought I had like 3. Did I really send 6? I wasn't paying attention. Never mind. Whatever. You guys can back it up. I can't. Artesian Builds. Yeah, apparently that company imploded. Like, they just laid off everybody when they didn't have to. And I don't know. You know, I think like 4 people ever actually clicked my Artesian Builds link. I think that's actually funny. Because it's not. It's so sponsors sometimes are so interesting because with a link like that, it costs them $0 to give me a code, and it saves you guys a little bit of money if you want to buy a PC through them, and it costs me nothing to just put the panel below on Twitch. So it's such a win-win situation. But because I never mentioned it, and honestly, you know, Advanced CG is like a nice and affordable drink for some, but computer builds, that's thousands. But I don't think I need a link with them anymore, considering how they've been behaving. I don't know if I should talk about this on video, but I mean, the company doesn't really exist anymore, so who cares. 266 manuals, not a bad day. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go eat some food, probably upload this while I am, and take it easy. Is that not gonna stop the recording?